Hi, this is Beth, and it's your Town Tip Thursday, and you need to know that April is a special month. So please tell us who you are and what we have to look forward to in April.
Absolutely. My name is Deanna Cheatham, and I'm the Director of Warren County Department of Social Services. April indeed is a very special month. It is Child Abuse Prevention Month across the United States and even right here in Virginia.
And you have a special way that you're going to spread awareness about it and give some entertainment to the families around
Absolutely.
here, right?
So Warren County Department of Social Services this year will be sponsoring our first annual Every Child Matters Child Abuse Prevention Jubilee. That will take place on Saturday, April 14th from 10 to 3, right outside of our office on the playground, on the football court, actually.
All right, so right here.
Right here.
Nice.
Not far
Great
at all.
Location, great parking. Nobody has to worry about
Great parking, and everything is completely free.
It's amazing. She was telling me what food. There's bounce houses. Tell us some more.
Exactly. We will have free food. There'll be free hot dogs. There'll be free ice cream that's been donated by CNC's Ice Cream. Free hot dogs that's been donated to us by Cisco. There'll be bounce houses, petting zoo. We're anticipating a great turnout, and we like to spread the word as to how you can help prevent child abuse and neglect in Warren County.
Yeah, so this is a problem that you don't like to think happens here at home, and you really hate to think about the nationwide statistics. Can you share with us some statistics?
Absolutely. Just here in Warren County alone, there were 842 children that were the subject of child abuse and neglect in Warren County. Just Warren County.
Wow.
In a way to remember them this year, we will be having a pinwheel garden that will actually be right here outside of our office that will have 842 pinwheels. Pinwheels are the symbol for child abuse prevention, and that's one way that we can actually show people that these are children, these are lives that have been affected by child abuse and neglect.
Right here at home.
Right
now, what
here
kind
in
of
Warren
time
County.
period is that?
That's actually for fiscal year 2017, so it's just
One
year.
year?
1 year.
Right here. Could
Right
you please
here in Warren
repeat
County.
that?
Sure.
I don't know if I really want to.
842.
Unbelievable.
842 children that are in our community, in our neighborhood, our children's friends, our church members, our club members. 842 children, and more than 50,000 children nationwide are affected by child abuse and neglect. Currently in Warren County, we have 18 children that are in foster care, and Warren County is a mid-sized community, so just look at that across the entire state and then across the country for the number of children that are impacted by child abuse and neglect.
Wow. So what can somebody like me who we had no idea this was really happening here. What can people do? What do you need to help support your services?
Thank you for asking. The most important thing is if you see something is to say something. You all are our eyes and ears on the street. The only way that we're able to do anything and to intervene on the behalf of these children and to advocate for these children and their families is if somebody calls and makes a complaint. A complaint can be made anonymously at any point in time. I'm not asking you, the state's not asking you to go out and knock on a door and do any sort of investigation, but if you see something, then say something so that we can step in and try and to prevent.
Right, and I guess you think, I think abuse as a physical abuse, but I guess abuse can also be neglect.
Exactly.
Or perhaps somebody that doesn't even want to be neglecting their child, but just doesn't have the resources.
Exactly, and sometimes it's a matter when you know better, you do better. So a lot of people do oftentimes think of physical abuse or sexual abuse, but there are often times where there's neglect, and that neglect may be because of either not having the resources and the ability to care for the child. It could also be because of substance use. We know that we're in the middle of an opioid crisis, and that affects a large majority of the cases that we receive calls and complaints for.
Wow. So everybody keep your eyes and ears open. And
absolutely.
Do you need foster parents? What
we do.
Else sort of thing? Do you need volunteers?
We need volunteers. We need foster parents. As I previously mentioned, we have 18 children that are currently in foster care. And of those children that are in foster care, the majority of them are actually placed outside of Warren County because we do not have any more approved foster homes that are truly able to maintain children in their homes. It's partially a good reason because they've been able to adopt children that they've had. So we're very happy and very thankful for that. But we also have children that we're having to place outside of Warren County. So as if it wasn't traumatic enough to have children that are being removed from their homes because of the abuse or neglect, now they're being removed from their communities, they're being removed from their friends, their schools, their smells, everything that they're used to, and being placed someplace outside of the area.
Wow. So somebody that's watching this is going to share this.
Absolutely.
And spread the word. If just one person reaches out, please keep this in mind. And come learn more at the Jubilee. It sounds like a fun event. Tell us about a little
14th.
friendly competition you're maybe
Yes. Yes, we are very, very happy. It's mum's the word, so to speak, right now. We're in the planning stages still with Warren County Fire and Rescue, Police Department, and Sheriff's Department. We're hoping to have a friendly competition, perhaps tug of war between those entities. So if you guys would like to come out and have a good time and also help spread the word for child abuse and neglect prevention, then come out. We'd love to have you and love to be able to spread some information on how for you to not only be able to keep your children safe, but how to help report child abuse and neglect in our area.
Right, very good. Now, if somebody did want to report, there's an 800 number or a hotline,
There is a 1-800 number, and I can give that number to you so that you can have it. And you can always call the Warren County Department of Social Services. We have on-call workers that are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can also always call the Warren County Police Department or Sheriff's Department, and they're able to make complaints and reach our workers 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Right. So pay attention when your kids come home from school, or when you're picking up your kids, or you're at events. Look, what are the signs, I guess?
Look for the signs of child abuse. This, again, is not saying that I'm expecting anybody to go out and knock on anybody's doors, but sometimes, even as parents, you see things that just don't seem exactly right. One of your child's friends seem to come over and always has an accident, always has a black eye, or there's always something that they seem to be a little bit shy or not willing to talk about. I don't ask that you go and start asking tons of questions to them, but if you see something, then by all means, get as much information as you possibly can without actually talking to the child, unless the child is saying something to you first.
Right. Well, there's a lot we can do that, just walking around in a day you don't think about. So thank you for spreading the word.
Thanks
to
much.
all your staff and all the hard work that you do to help
you.
keep our children safe and to intervene when needed. So
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Come
out for the Jubilee. Going to be a fun way to really celebrate the community, but also pay respect for folks who need it, especially those kids that really need our love and support.
Absolutely. And one last thing I'd just like to add, that at the end of our event, we will be having a memorial walk for all of the children, in honor of all the children that have been abused or neglected, and of course for the tragedies and fatalities that we also have both in Warren County, the state, and the country.
Wow. Well, thank you so much. An eye-opening interview for sure. But let's try to see if we can help this gal make a difference.
Absolutely.
Thanks.